everybody, welcome to my channel, Susan Paints. I'm doing a voiceover because I couldn't get my GoPro to where I needed it to be, so I'm using my Zoom camera to record, doing the voice recorder for the voice. And today is Wednesday, November the 1st, and we are working on our November paint-along. Diamond Paint with Jack and Real Men Craft 2 are doing November Hello Kitty or cats, and my canvas is a cat canvas. So I got it pretty much hidden so you can't see it. So if you have worked this one and you know what it is, keep it a secret, because this is going to be a little bit of November mystery paint along here. It's been a while since I've chat with you. So while I'm working on this, I figured I'd talk to you. So last week we went to the beach for vacation. I took Scooby-Doo with me for to work on part of the Drills and Chills challenge. Needless to say, because you don't see any more videos, because last night was the last video for that, I did not finish it. So Scooby-Doo has been rolled up, put back in the box, and he has gone back in the closet. Now, I took him with me with the idea that, I can work on it while I'm on vacation, and I'll get it done, and it'll be ready, for Halloween, because I'm working on it for my husband. Well, I think I should have taken something smaller to work on with me. I was kind of debating between taking my Craft Buddy stickers for the Disney album, or some 30 by 40s. I'm working on those for a project. I was kind of debating between that. I wasn't going to take my Every Moment Custom with me because Scooby-Doo is mine, bought and paid for by me. My Craft Buddy Disney sticker albums bought for, paid by me. My 30 by 40 canvases bought and paid for by me. Now the custom does not belong to me. I am working on the custom for the custom is the customer that's gonna put them in their restaurant. It's like, well, I'm not gonna take that with me in case something happens to it, because I don't want to, number one, have to start over on it because I've gotten so far on it, and I didn't want any damage or anything to happen to it. So if anything happened to the others, that's mine. It's okay. I'll just deal with whatever. So that's why I didn't take it with me. But it's a square. It's got a lot of color blocking, which I was using that as a relief measure between the two pictures that I am working on customs, to just give a little bit of difference between those two. So that was all good, fine and dandy. But the beads have a crap ton of static in them. So that's aggravating us. I'll get out, and you see it like on videos and stuff, like, where I'm shaking it and all the drills are sticking together, and I was just like, I was done. So I worked on it probably about every other day. We had another couple with us, so we were doing things. So yeah, so I think because of the static, it had aggravated me so much. That's why I didn't get a lot done on it. Got some done. I'm probably more than halfway through with it. I just really had the bottom part. Scooby-Doo's been finished. I just had the bottom part, and then of course the word Scooby-Doo, where are you? But I was like, I'm gonna put it off to the side, take a break from it, do my November cat painting. December will be Advent calendar, so I've got my Christmas. Kind of debating what I'm gonna do for that, because it depends on how this goes. When I looked at the canvas, I was like, oh, this is a small one. I may be able to get this done in November, like early, and then I'll have, maybe I can get started on another Christmas one. So it just, we'll see how it goes. I have week of Thanksgiving except for the Friday, Black Friday off. So I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. Of course, Thursday being Thanksgiving. For November, I've got next Friday off because that is our Veterans Day date. So I have, that date off. So, just kind of depends on what I'm going to work on when. So, Diamond Paint with Jack had kind of mentioned in her completion video coming back from vacation, and she was kind of sick, but she was talking about, on the Hello Kitty cat paint along that, maybe we could do our progress videos or whatever, like on Thursdays. So I was like, well, I got thinking tonight. It's like, well, I'm not going to be able to get tonight's video up. I'll have to probably get it transferred over tomorrow and work on it tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get it up tomorrow night and it will be up, for a Thursday. This is my start. This is where we are. So I thought, well, I can do that on Wednesdays because my husband's at church. He plays on Wednesday nights, and then I can be out here and I can, do a voice recording and a video recording and not worry about, any kind of interruption. So I think that's what I might do is just work on these on Wednesday night. So we'll see how that goes. You can kind of see in the video I've got my new vinyl cover sheets. They're like the constellation, well, not really constellations, it's fantasy views, I guess you could say, but it's like got stars and stuff because I like stars. So I was going to use my Halloween one, but I was like, well, I told you Halloween's kind of over with and everybody's starting to get into it's November, forget about Thanksgiving, we're going to go straight into Christmas mood. So yeah, well, it is what it is. This one is a Christmas one. I wanted to get, I was kind of excited. I was glad I was able to do this for the November paint along because, like I said, it has a cat in it. And I was like, oh, that'd be great because then I can get it done and then my husband can put it up for Christmas and then he can use his snowy barn one for the rest of the year, like January, because it's a not really a Christmas theme, but it's got a red barn and it's got a snowy area. So that's the one he puts up normally. So hopefully I can get this one done and he can use this one as his Christmas one. So yeah, so that's that on that. So like I said, I was on vacation last week and Scooby-Doo kind of frustrated me with the static, so it is what it is. But I was trying to sit here, I was thinking like all this week, Monday and Tuesday, what all I was going to talk to you about because I hadn't chatted with you lately. And I'm pretty sure I told you guys, I know I had mentioned and asked for, prayer request, good thoughts, vibes, for something I had going on. And I'm pretty sure I talked about it before. But just to reiterate, just to let you guys know, it was a discussion of returning back to what they call home base for work. And that's located in Greenville, and I didn't want to drive, I'm outside 40 miles, like 20 miles away from from work, from home base work. But it would probably take me an hour, if not more, to get there because traffic is so bad. And that was just not a drive that I didn't want that first thing in the morning to get myself into work and be in a pissy ass mood, excuse the language, but that's just the way it would be, to work the rest of the day. So it was decided that we can get our job done working remotely, so we don't have to go in. So that was, kind of good news that I had, right before I went on vacation. So that was great. You didn't have to worry about, because it was going to start the week I was on vacation of going in twice a week. And then starting in January, it's going to be where you go in 3 times a week. So I was like, that was good things, good vibes, good things before I went on vacation. I didn't have to worry about that. I wasn't really worried. I felt that, God was going to take care of it for me. So, that, that's where I was. But, it's always good to have good news before you go somewhere. So yeah, so and that. So then the other thing I was going to talk about was just like different things like what I'm going to talk about, but I do want to mention the whole Matthew Perry thing. It came to as a shocker, I think, along with other people too, that he had passed, and his book is on Audible, and I'm thinking about getting it on Audible, but I watched an interview, and I will try to remember to put the link in the description for the it's a YouTube video of an interview with him not too long after he wrote the book, and he's kind of discussing that. He did say that I wrote the book, I turned it in, I'm flipping, next day I'm having to do the Audible version, so I'm having to essentially read the book to do the recording that I wrote. So it's that interview talking to him about his book, and then just his struggles and everything that what he had to deal with, and it's it's heartbreaking, because it's just, and you're just gonna have to excuse my French again on this one, but it was a shitty way for him to go out. It's kind of like these things is you think about we don't have the true cause of death yet, other than he died in his hot tub. It's did he pass out? Did he fall asleep? Was he on something? Because you don't want to think this guy's been trying to recover from all these the alcoholism, the drugs, everything that he's taken, and you just I don't want it to be it come out that no, he fell off the wagon and he was drinking, or what have you. But I'm pretty sure that his COPD probably played a part into it. My thought is that he may have just fell asleep and drowned. That's like kind of how I feel that that's may have what happened to him. But anyway, the interview was it's like a 40-minute interview, and I just kind of listened to it while I was at work Monday. I think Monday's when I listened to it. I don't think it was yesterday I think Monday's when I listened to it. So like I said, I'm kind of interested in getting his audiobook, and I'm listening to it. But what I was going to say was, and I got to give it some water. You know how that is. A question was asked, because he came close to death when I guess it was I don't want to say drug overdose, because I don't really know the story on that one, but he was in the hospital. He had been put on a machine, and it was one of these machines, I think it was a breathing machine or what have you, and it's kind of one of these things, you get put on this machine, you don't come back from it, you die, what have you. And he says he regretted having put his parents through that, because his parents were told he's not going to make it, because we're having to put him on this machine, and he beats the odds and comes out of it, and is trying to live his life decently the best way he can. And he talks about how he wanted to be, the question was, if you died today, what would you want to be remembered as? And he goes, he wanted to be remembered as not as Chandler Bing on Friends, but as someone that had the issues that he had, that if you reached out to him, he would have helped you. So he said, I want to be remembered as helping people. He says that's what I want. I want people to remember me as reaching out and helping people. And that's what he said you do. He said, you have a drug problem, you have a drug addiction, you have alcohol addiction, reach out, I'll help you get help. He said, that's what I do. Just reach out, I'll help you out. Because he honestly didn't want people to go through the things that he went through. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you spoiler alert. If you do want to go listen to it, you might want to skip ahead. I don't know how far to tell you, just skip ahead because I'm going to talk about it now. If you don't want to hear my comments yet, go watch it and then come back. But anyway, he talks about that. Just wants people to remember him as, you know, someone who helped, you know, people out with their addictions and, you know, things of that nature. And I, you know, think he was taken too early in life. But it's also the he talks about how, you know, don't giving up. That's, you know, what got him through things is, you know, don't give up, you know. So I think my end of my videos is, in the words of Matthew Perry, it's going to be, don't give up. So, and that's when, you know, think about, you know, he's talking about how to get over things, that you do something creative, which is why he wrote the book Start With. So he's been told, you know, to help with the struggles of the drug addiction and the struggles of alcoholism, you know, be creative. Get involved in something, be creative. And, you know, like I said, for him, it was writing a book. To which led me to, you know, the being creative of, you know, all of us working on diamond painting and the reasons why we do. And some people are just crafty people and like to craft. Some people, you know, use diamond painting to help with anxiety. Some people use it to help, you know, with ADHD. Some people use it to help with, you know, OCD and, you know, what have you. And of course, I used it to help get out of depression when I was on that blood thinner. When I was taking that as a medication requirement. So I just, you know, think he's like, oh, be creative. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, that's where we are. We're in this community working it together, and this is our being creative part. So we pretty much got that in the bag. But, you know, it's just the don't give up, the motto of don't give up. So I have to say, for anybody who uses diamond painting as, you know, to help with your anxiety, to help with your depression, to help with your OCD, to help with your ADHD, and whatever else reasons out there you're using diamond painting for, you know, don't give up. Don't give up on it. If you have to take a break, take a break. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have to take a break from picture, there's nothing wrong with that. It was one of these things, ideas, you know, at least when you first get started, because you first get started, it's kind of overwhelming. You're doing whatever sizes you're starting out with, and for me, it was the concept of somebody told me, oh, I got 4 or 5 whips in progress. I'm thinking, oh, heck no. I'm working on one at a time here, people, not 4 or 5, and now I'm at the point where I'm working on 2 at one time, 2 customs right now. This will be number 3, so this will be a 3rd whip. Scooby-Doo's been worked on, that's the 4th whip, and then Sylvester I worked on, that's number 5. So I got 5 paintings going on at one time. 2 have set off to the side. Sylvester I worked on the 4 whip on vacation. Scooby went with me on vacation. I worked on it there a little bit. And then, you know, the 2 customs, of course, now this one. Because I like to do the paint alongs. I enjoy those. Helps get, you know, from, you know, people join your channel, and helps get the information and the videos and what have you out. And we all are doing, you know, something along the same lines. And it's just the enjoyment process. And I like creating the playlist for it and add the videos to it. So I, you know, videos to watch what other, you know, everybody else is working on as far as their Hello Kitty, excuse me, or their cats. So to go with, you know, that, don't give up. And then he talks about how he says, I didn't drink, do drugs while I was on the job, while we were recording. He said, because that's not fair. He said, to the other actors and actresses who are busting their butts to film, to do this show. And he said it would throw the timing off of the jokes, because he talks about when he saw the script and how Chandler talked is how he personally talked, and just that whole story of how he got the job and all that. But that he said that he doesn't watch Friends, doesn't watch the reruns. He said I don't watch it. And the guy that, you know, was interviewing, kind of shocked about it. He's like, you don't watch it? I said, no, I don't watch it. And he's kind of like, well, you know, why? Why do you not watch it? He said, well, I don't watch it. He said, because when I do see it, he said, I can name whatever season it's on, what I was doing at that point in time. So it is this season I'm an alcoholic, so I'm drinking. This season is opiates. This season is back to alcohol again. This season, ooh, Chandler lost a lot of weight. He's doing cocaine. So it's that, you know, it's kind of like that mind-blowing thing of while he didn't take the drugs, do the drugs, or drink, while he was filming, he was still doing it, like afterwards, after a day of shooting. He was, you know, going back and drinking or doing drugs or whatever. And he said that, y'all know what it is. It's the devil getting at me, y'all. I tell you that all the time. I hadn't talked to y'all in a long time, so it's what it is. But he says that even when he was at rehab, he was calling up druggies to send the drugs to his rehab facility. He said, you know, alcoholism in itself is a disease, and I think drug addiction in itself is a disease. So he says that when he first acknowledged that, you know, he was an alcoholic, he said he's being told, I think by the doctor or whoever he's seeing, that told him, he said, it's not your fault, and kept repeating it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know, you're not the cause of, you know, you being drunk all the time and drinking. This is a disease. This is something you're gonna be fighting. He said, and yeah, he says that's, you know, that's how it is. He said it's in your head that he said the only way he could compare or get, you know, people to understand, he says, is you're sitting here and you're thinking about a margarita. And apparently, I guess that was his drink of choice because, you know, that's what he's talking about. And he said that's all you think about is the margarita. You know, that's what you want. That's what you want to drink. That's where you are. Just think about it constantly. So obviously, you're going to have to get your mind back on something else. But he said it's just there. He said until you try it, then until you finally, you know, bend to its will, and you're like, okay, then you have the margarita into your heart. And he said the other thing is you come clean. He said then it becomes harder. He said because it becomes harder to get that drunk, to get, I guess, that feel good moment that you're trying to have, that you're having, you know, when you drink. He said he started drinking when he was 14, so that was a bit much there, 14 years old. But yeah, he said, you know, and then you sit here and think about, well, he gets on friends, he gets fame, he gets fortune, and he's making a crap ton of money. But then with that though goes, well, now he's making all this money, he can afford the good stuff, so he can afford the good alcohol and the good drugs and the, you know, trying to fill that, whatever hole that is you're trying to fill. And that's what he was doing. He said, because, you know, the stardom didn't do it. He says the fame is, and it cracks me up because he sits there and he says that, he said, you know, he says, I pray to God. He said, I prayed to God, you know, help me become famous, be on this great TV show, and then you can do whatever you want to with me. And he says, and here I am, been on this great TV show, and he pretty much took that to heart and did whatever he wanted to with me. And I had to sit there. Sorry, y'all. I had to sit there and think about that. Because, you know, you're praying for this while you're trying to get this job and trying to be, what he's trying to do is get the, not the interview, but to try out for the part of Chandler. He's trying to get the screening, get him to get screened for it. so he could try out for the part. So that, yes, he is Chandler. You know, nobody else is gonna be able to play this part. I am him. You know. And it's probably that point in time when he's praying to God, please make me famous, help me get on this TV show. You can do whatever you want to with me. But he had already been drinking when he was 14. So this was obviously way before then. So I don't think that alcohol and the drugs was a present from God, so to speak. God didn't put him through that. He put himself through that. But, you know, the disease is what it is. So, wasn't his fault. Wasn't God's fault either. Because, like I said, he had already been drinking before, way before then. So, he was already the alcoholic. So, that's the disease. But I think, you know, in hindsight of 2020 here, you know, God probably did use him, though. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to use him. He's doing whatever he wants to with him now. And his death and his whole life is going to be a testimony that, you know, don't give up. I mean, it doesn't get any, you know, better than that, I don't think. So, I had to kind of sit there and stew on that a little bit on the, you pray to God, please help me be, you know, famous and do whatever you want to with me. So, yeah, I mean, it's really, like I said, it's really good to interview and just sit there and just, you know, listen to him talking. You know, just all I can say is, you know, and listening to him, you know, just take his words, don't give up. So, I knew I was going to talk a little bit on that. Like I said, that's one of the news things right now. I mean, you could dealing with all the crazy crap we're dealing with here, and that was just a heartbreaking moment. That, you know, and there will not be a friends. Thank God they had the Friends reunion before then, but there not be a Friends movie, Friends, reboot or get together or what have you. See you in 20-something years kind of thing. So, and then he had not been discredit towards him, but I mean he had aged, and you could tell what the drugs had did to his body. I mean, because you could see it and you could hear it. So, all right, got that color done. But yeah, so it was just that whole thing. So there is no unboxing for this one. There is no kitting up for this one because I was like, well, I'm going to work on it. And I'm just going to get the colors ready to go while I work on it. So I have 4 colors kitted up. So those are the colors I'm going to work on. It's this little area right here. And I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what it is. It's got me all choke it up, but it is what it is. I think it's this heat. I got the heat running. It's creating dry air in here, and I'm gonna have to turn it down, I think. And I can't get this top off. Come on now. It's one of those ones that it doesn't want to tighten up right. It's like it was made wrong. I have to change it out. I don't know, but let me do that real quick. I'm gonna turn this down, put it on 70. Let's see what we'll do with that. So yeah, so then I had when you're on Facebook, I read some before I went on vacation, and I read while I was at vacation. So I've gotten about 8,000 pages read for the year. My goal is striving for 10 now. 10,000. I'm hoping I can get 1,000 pages read in November, 1,000 pages read in December, so I can get that 10,000 pages mark. Because I think it's what I had last year. I'm not gonna have the 100 books read in a year. Nowhere close to that. So failed on that. I didn't do any of did some of the Disney year ones, but not completing that, so that went to wash. And it's always about this time of the month, or the year, I should say, in November, when I'm looking at where I'm at as far as reading is concerned. You know, what I want to do next year and be better and blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know about you, but on Facebook, you know, those ads are geared towards, I think, us Kindle Unlimited readers. Or, you know, oh, do you read this book? Oh, you like this, blah, 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 blah. You know, and you can look at it, okay, great. And then I go look at it, say, is it available on Kindle Unlimited? Okay, yes, it is. Good. Then I share that post to my page, my Facebook page, only to me, so only I can see it. And I got a crap ton of those on my Facebook page right now that I've got to go through and say, okay, what are these books? Who are they? What's the name? Who are they by? How many are there? Have I read it? Have I not? And get a list going for next year. And then I watch Jazzy Corn. I'll try to put her link for her on her channel. She does journals, bullet journals. She does different spreads and layouts and things of that nature about, you know, once a month, and she just does a lot of journal, shows her journal. So she had showed someone else's journal, their reading journal, and I really liked how they did the journals. You know, I want to do something like that, you know, next year, because that's what I always say to myself at this time of the year. I want to journal more. I want to journal better. Blah blah blah. So just it's kind of like one of these things. If I had a New Year's resolution, the New Year's resolution would be to journal more on my reading habits, but I don't do it because it's kind of like one of those things. Is like I get on Goodreads and mark it there, but I don't really review it. So I need to write my thoughts down and say, okay, I like this book and why, so I don't be going back later in life and saying, oh, I don't think I've read this book. Oh, wait a minute, get halfway through it. Oh, yes, you have. You don't remember what to do about it. So anyway, so I read on vacation, and I got for October, my pages in, so I'm a little bit, like I said, over 8,000 now. And like I said, I want to get to 10,000 at the end of the year. And the whole Facebook the journal debacle and keeping up with that mess. So, let's see what else. Disney Dreamlight Valley had a live stream discussion about what's coming for the end of the year, what's coming for next year. So it was a discussion that Disney Dreamlight Valley was going to be free to play, and then it got pulled. So, because the community went absolutely bonkers when it was, you know, announced that Disney Dreamlight Valley is going to be free to play. Because then everybody's complaining, oh, you're going to have this, and oh, you're going to have that, and you're going to have, you know, you have a premium shop, and you have to use moonstones, which is kind of like the only way I can reference it to is Fortnite big bucks. So you use it to unlock your star path. You use moonstones in the premium shop to buy premium items. So, you know, that's things you buy that cost, you know, real money. So everybody was talking about that, how the price is going to go up, and then you're going to have to pay for this and you pay for that, and then so I guess, you know, in a couple of days later, then, you know, Game Loft announces, no, we're not going to do free to play. We're going to, you know, pull out and not do free to play. So a lot of the discussion was, you know, what are they going to be announcing on this little live stream thing that they had today. So I think it's about 40 minutes long or so, but they talk about a lot of stuff that, you know, that's coming. So now it's every time you get an update, you get a new star path, because you weren't getting that. I think it was like every other update you were getting a star path. And a star path is, you know, you have quests and challenges and things you need to do, and then you unlock. And it's like, the only thing I can equate it to you is like, well, for two things for me, like Fortnite, I was like, while you're doing your battle pass and you have the battle stars and you unlock stuff and you get free stuff, plus you get, and the battle passes, you get V-Bucks back for the next time around to spend, you know, on new paths. It's the same way with Star Path, that you get moonstones back. You have a page, you have to unlock 3 items to go to the next page. I always unlock my moonstones first and then get 2 items off the page that I really want to go into the next page to get all to 6 pages. Because 6 pages and probably about like 5 or 6 items on each page. So they was talking about, you know, for every update, you get a new Star Path. So you get new free things. Free clothing, motifs, furniture things, costumes, you know. It's all different kind of things. So they announced that. And then they announced Jack Skeleton's coming for the next update. With the next update, it's going to be December 5th. And then they're going to up the new storyline quest. I can't think of the name of it, is going to open a whole new it's an expansion pack. So you'll have to pay for the expansion pack, but the expansion pack will have 3 updated, I guess, storyline chapters for it. So you'll get of course December, and then like the spring, and I think summer, and you get all that with the expansion pack. New biomes, new characters, new ingredients, new things. Some really cool new things. Plus, and if anybody that plays will understand, when you're playing in the biome that we have, or the area we have right now, there's an object limit. Now, I did complain, not, you know, to Game Loft or anything, but, you know, to my husband, that when I had my Xbox One, there was a limit to the objects, and, you know, if you start decorating your house and putting things everywhere, you're gonna run into your object limit, which I was trying to keep foods and things like that. So, and then they did the update where PCers and Xbox XS's X and S's could increase their object inventory limit. So, but you couldn't do it on an Xbox One. It was limited to that. So I have to now have a Xbox XS. Was waiting on our friend DJ across the pond, waiting on him to get his before I got mine, because Les already has his. So there was games that he was going to play that we wouldn't be able to play all together, because he had the XS. He has the S, I think, yeah. Well, that's one I have, but we have the one that doesn't have the disc player. It's all digital, so, and it's the I think it was when Les got it, was the 256 gig, and then mine's the 1 terabyte, because they released a 1 terabyte, so that's the one I have. So, yeah, so I have the increased object limit, but the point of that was with the new quest and the expansion pack on the quest, the new story, I should say, the new storyline, will have a new object inventory limit. So, and you can bring those characters. It's supposed to be Eve and Gaston and Rapunzel are all going to be, and Jafar are all going to be in that biome, and those are the new characters for the new release. And then, of course, they'll be adding characters, obviously, because then they did mention that Tatiana from Princess and the Frog, I think it's the one, she's supposed to be added. Daisy Duck's supposed to be coming, thank goodness, because Donald needs some help there. And then just, you know, upgrades to new tools and new quests and new. So that was today. So I was watching the guy that I watch, his quest stuff, when he does Disney Dreamlight videos and Disney Speedstone videos. I watched him today because he did the streamed on YouTube the announcement from Game Loft, so, and then talked about it afterwards. Pretty much got almost all that watched. I haven't finished that yet. So, yeah. So that's kind of where I've been here and what I've been doing. So I don't like these purples, but yeah. And then I got one of those funnels. I know you guys seen it. The funnels for the Bella Art Designs, Bella Art something. She's got a webpage. Anyway, I'm sure y'all have seen it on the groups and Facebook groups if you're on Facebook groups. The funnels for the bottles where you put the bottle in and you can put your beads. I used that tonight. It was great till my beads started popping out. I think it's because of the rounds and static and how warm it was in here that I was creating static as I poured them in there. So I don't know if I need to wipe it down with the dryer sheet or not, but I think it's because it's so warm in here and it's so dry. And you know, we got this cold front that came through, but we don't have the moisture with it. We need the moisture with it. And it's going to get like cold, like 28 tonight. It's going to be the low 28 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a little brisk for the 1st of November when I think we're pretty much used to having a Halloween where you're still wearing a t-shirt. You didn't do that yesterday because it was cool yesterday. It was colder today. The wind was blowing, so then you have fire risk. And then not only do you have a frost advisory, and probably have the same thing tonight. You have the dry air and the fire risk. So yeah, then I have that craziness going on. And let's see. I got the Diamond Art Club Mystery Pack. The 5 pictures or 5 paintings for the $20 a piece for $100. And I got Marvel, I got Thor, I got trying to think, Scooby-Doo, We Love You, the little one for that. I got, what else did I get with that one? I'm trying to think. Let's see, it was Thor. Not Thor, it wasn't Thor. Yeah, no, it wasn't Thor. Was it Thor? Thing, not Thor, it was Thing. And I think his name's Thing. He's the one I didn't know who he was. The Batman one of the Batman ones. Which I was, happy with that. I was okay with that. So Scooby, the DC, the Marvel Batman, one I traded out. What is the 5th one? I can't remember. But anyway, I got one of the Pride ones. And I was like, it was a smaller one, so I got on the D-Stash group just because I got the mystery kit, because I didn't know what I was going to get, and if there was something I got that I didn't want, I wanted to either sell it or trade it. So somebody on there was searching for the one that I had, and that I got in the mystery box, and she got in the mystery box, and she was showing what she had. So I messaged her and said, hey, I got this one. She says, well, check out what I have in the mystery box. This is everything you want. And she had the Tiny Superheroes one. I was like, hey, that'd be a great trade, because this is the same size, it's small. I said, hey, I'd like to have that one. And she responded by saying, okay, yeah, that's a good trade. I said, okay, great. And I've never done it before, so I kind of asked her to walk me along in the process, and she did. It was great. She helped me out. So what you do is, if you're doing a trade, is you pay each other $20. That's it. And so we paid each other $20 through PayPal. So you have a receipt, you have something you can track, and you have something that if you don't get the trade, the package, you can get reimbursed your $20 from PayPal because you didn't receive it. So that creates a good transaction to make sure you're going to be honest here. We've got to have honest people for that to work. And apparently it's been working for a while, so there you go. So that was my first. So I got the Tiny Superheroes in place of my Pride one. So I have that one. I'm trying to think what my other one was, but you know, sinusy too. I'm sitting here like, which one else? I'm trying to think, what else did I get? Because I told my husband about it. About all the things people were getting in their mystery boxes. And I was showing up to him and said, oh, people aren't like happy this came, and oh, they're not happy with this. And, you know, I said, why are you going to complain when you're getting some pretty superb kits, in my humble opinion, $20 a piece. I mean, to me, that's the way to go if you have $100 to spend and you've never gotten Diamond Art Club before. Get a mystery box, because you're going to get some really nice size kits too. I mean, I got, oh no, Rick and Morty was the other one I got, Rick and Morty. So, yeah, I mean, some good size, small, medium, large is what I like to call it, but you know, like I said, some good size ones, for $20. So, yeah, so I traded and got the tiny superheroes, so that's what it looks like to me, like the Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman pop figures, Funko pop figures, that's what it looks like. So I got that one. So that will be done next year. You know, along with the whole Justice League mess that I got. So yeah. So I got that, and then being a member of the D-Stash group, and somebody was getting rid of some Christmas ones. So it's a Christmas one from Craftably. And I think that one was Dreamer's Designs. I think that's what it was. One was Craftably, one was Dreamer's Designs. So I got 2 paint and 2 Christmas ones in the D-Stash group and just paid outright for them and then had them shipped to me. Alright, so that's that color. Okay. Now, like I said, I only did 4 colors, so that's what we'll do, and then we'll stop and let me see how far I've gone here. It's gonna be a long Whip and Chat video here, I think. I may just stop the chat part here. Maybe do time lapse the rest. At least what I'm doing. Oh, this is one that's crazy talk. Let me take my sticker off, and I'm gonna change my lids so I can get my sticker off good. Now, let me see if I can change the lid for this. Oh, that's the other thing I got. I got the Art Dot had a sale on it, Amazon. I think that's where I got it. There on Art Dot. You put the trays where you have the round bottles, and then you can stack them up three together, and then you can stack them on the side. So I got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 6, 9. None of the 9 drawers with the bottles in it. Put this on the back because I'm gonna have them that many colors. Oops. So I got them stacked up over here underneath my desk. So, see if I'm still recording here. It goes off, but I can't see it anymore. So yeah, all right. So I almost got like an hour in here so for this one. So yeah, so that's my progress with talking to you, because I'm going to go take a shower. But yeah. So anyway, got the Art Dot drawers. Got those right here, like underneath my desk, and it's standing up. So I got all 3 of them stacked up on top of each other, so you know they don't slide perfectly because they're made to go horizontally instead of vertically. So I've got them stacked up the best way I can, and then I'm trying to make sure I don't like kick them off and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna take the vinyl sheets off, but obviously not while you're looking at it. And then I will roll her up and put her back in the bag, and then we'll work on it next Wednesday. If not, if I work on it maybe a little bit this weekend, it'll probably be a time lapse unless I feel like, I feel like I have more to say and tell you, but I think that's where we're gonna stop it. So, like I said, hope you enjoyed the new intro outro for the November paid along. I like to change it up a bit and make things a little different. But yeah, so like I said, in the words of Matthew Perry, don't give up, and I will talk with y'all later.